Thank you for joining us for the Winning Together podcast. No other place in the planet we'd rather have you be right now, and I hope you're finding the same mutual benefit from listening to the Winning Together podcast. We don't do anything awesome in our lives alone. Right? You there? Hello? Thank you so much for being here. It's really important that we take time to notice big things that happen along the way. I Am Recovery is a rockstar recovery place that hosts speakers monthly at their Into the Arena events. At the Arena Talk events. The aim of this discussion is to open up about the stigma, shine the light down on it, and connect over and through and around recovery that applies to all of us. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care who you know or who you don't know. Recovery affects you and me and the people we care about and the people we love. Okay. Now, why this matters to you and I is talking about it, doing it is the way we lead ourselves through the adversity. The world is going to break us all, but it's through the cracks that the light shine in, Hemingway said. Tonight we're able to host Chris Sanchez, a former Navy SEAL turned data analyst wizard for Microsoft, helping the Army solve complex, challenging problems using his experience as a SEAL, his innate gifts and talents as a person, and what he's developed through his lifetime and with his experience, giving his unique gifts and talents, and then getting trained as a data scientist. Bringing people together from all sorts of different aspects and talking about winning together, piecing together our experiences that helps us really, really, really knock out the crap in our life that's getting us to be stuck, be a punk, go sideways, let little things stop us. What we found here at the Winning Together podcast is when you connect and you allow yourself to be seen and you go into your life today open to the possibility and allowing the universe to put people in your path, on your team, on your side, or even maybe create the contrast or the conflict that is there to serve you and help you really, really, really recover.
Do or do not. There is no try.
In recovery, it's a practice. It's a practice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, 11 times you've gone through a program. It's different this time because you say it's different. It's different this time because you're able to leverage everything you've been using and doing all along the way to put yourself in a position to tackle today's problems.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
When you allow yourself to see your problems with fresh eyes and utilize your experience, then you find some magic. A couple of highlights or a few thoughts that I wanted to bring together. We'll have Chris Sanchez on the podcast shortly, and it'll be a real treat and a pleasure to have him on there. And listening from his perspective, his message was seek, find, fight for clarity in your life. Clarity around your people, clarity around your purpose, clarity around what you do, clarity around what you do not do, clarity around the relationships you will permit, clarity around the relationships you will promote, clarity around the behaviors you will not permit or allow. Old-timey language, I think the word they used often was cleave. Cleave unto. Cleaving unto is not just grabbing something. It's holding on for dear life. Fight for clarity in your life. What you can do to find clarity in your life is start journaling, writing, asking people who you know will give you feedback that is in the best interest of you. Not what you want to hear, not from the people you know what they're going to say, not from people who are in your codependent enmeshed goulash of a relationship. Your inner wisdom knows. Your body knows. Let it point you to the people you should ask and can ask. What are your desires? What are things that interest you, excite you, that you like to think about, that you don't mind the problems that come along with them as much? What about the areas of your life you complain a lot about? What about the things in other people that just drive you nuts? Subjects that you were interested in school or that you like to know about? People you admire and the fields that they might be in? What part of history do you like to learn about? Clarity creates power. Power and purpose paired together make you extremely likely to break through and tackle any obstacle that comes in your way, even the most challenging. Humility. This Navy SEAL who chose to put his life and his talents and his gifts in a country and serve as a Navy SEAL in Afghanistan and is embedded with untraditional warfare units, had a sign, had a quote, had a saying above his bed that he would read every day and took to heart. And it was along the lines of, the creator of the universe was born in a manger, lived a life of poverty, and was killed or crucified with the death of what merits a common thief would merit at the time. So taking his Christian spirituality and allowing that to keep him humble. When you're humble, you can be aware. When you're aware, you can see. And you can see what is most important to see, not what you want to see. If people perish because they lack vision and faith, maybe it might be in your life because you're only looking for what you want to see. Humility allows you to see with fresh eyes. Open up to the perspectives of the future, of your better self, of the person you want to marry someday, of the parents that care about you, of the children that want to see you feeling joy. Humility. Allowing himself to redefine his identity is the third theme I'll bring up. Many careers or parts of our lives we identify with. I'm an athlete. I'm a musician. I'm a firefighter. I'm a dancer. I'm a mom. I'm a good person. I would never do that. When Chris's military service had come to a closure, he found himself in a place, in a space of having to reinvent himself, redefine who he is and what he's about. If he's not a Navy SEAL, if he's not a platoon leader, if he's not serving his country, who is he? Yep. Was blessed with 5 children. Blessed to have a marriage that is one that they've chosen to become alive in and be connected with and around. And if you're in that stage, that phase of, and now what? Or I've had that yanked away from me, so now what do I do? Allow your desires to pull you into places or areas that interest you. Start talking to people that live, do, or are the type of people that you would like to be around. It's critical to be aware this will feel uncomfortable if it's the right move for you, and you will not feel like you belong with those people if you're leveling up. If you feel totally comfortable, and if you know that you're a big fish in a small pond, that is not reinventing yourself. That is going to a smaller part of your identity that you know you can live into, and that's playing small.
Most impressive.
If you haven't gone to school in 10 years and now you signed up, enrolled, and you're showing up, that's what we're talking about. When you go and talk to that person or find that person on LinkedIn or ask your sister-in-law's brother's friend that you saw at a get-together, and man, there was something about that person that you want to find out about or get to know. Or when you allow yourself to ask and questions, how does that person over there, how are they a good father, a connected father, and successful at their business? How does that woman raise kids by herself and find time to be fit? I got to find that out. A Navy SEAL's advice: open your mouth.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Open your mouth and talk to people. Allow the discomfort or anxiety or whatever comes up to be a sign that you're in the right direction. Move forward. He also talked about doing things in evolutions. Evolution is the period of focus for that training or that project or that work. And maybe your evolution is going to groups at the recovery place I attend, and then from 1 to 2, meeting with my therapist, and then from 3 to 4, working on my resume with somebody who knows how to do a resume. Maybe the next iteration is making sure you're on time to that get-together, that appointment, or that meeting that you said you would be. Maybe the next iteration is getting on your knees and connecting with this powerful universe and allowing spirituality to enliven your body. Talk to people. They know. They can speak back to you. And they can help you get in touch with your inner wisdom. And in that way, you're using the world around you to be fulfilled, to find joy, to connect, to be seen, and even open up to being loved. And what would being seen, loved, connected to, supported feel like? And then becoming that person who can also give that to people around you? What do you think that feels like? Yep, rock star, awesome, magical, powerful, lovely, and more like you. This is a man who chose to serve his country, had clarity of vision on becoming a Navy SEAL, was nothing special or out of the ordinary, by all the metrics that you would look for to let somebody into the Navy, into the SEALs, or that would actually complete the training. And he did. And he served. And he led. And he learned. And he connected. And he gave. And then that life came to an end. And he fought for clarity again on redefining his identity and who he is and who he wants to become and how he wants to show up. He found purpose and joy, possibility. It's possible for you too. Focus on what to do. Make your evolutions smaller. Make your objectives more general. Give yourself options and ways to win in small ways and gain momentum and notice it. Listen to the Winning Together podcast that is highly focused on practical action. That's it. That's all we got for today. That's where we're trying to go.
Get to the chopper!
We at the Winning Together podcast love your guts. Chris Sanchez, the Navy SEAL, stated there is nothing big in his life that he has done ever that he did alone. We win together. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to see you. Reinvent yourself. Allow the old you to not be and create space for the new you to come into existence. Cleave unto it. Fight for it. Follow your desires, your promptings. Talk to people who are where you want to be. There are us out there. If you come and keep it real, we will keep it real, and we will find you, and we will show you the way. Thank you for listening. Don't subscribe. Don't like. Don't let your friends know and people know. We want to keep this a big secret, and we love you. Go and find ways to win with your people. Thanks, everybody. Cheers.